Is that?
That's the label. Okay, this is definitely on backwards. How would you know? It's like the same. Oh, there's a wrinkle. Probably not like recommended, but it works. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. We're off to a good start. All right. As Wendy Williams would say, what a mess. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Madison and today we're gonna get ready together. So this is a get ready with me. I'm gonna be sharing some new products with you. We're gonna be doing some chit chatting. We gotta catch up from our last get ready with me. And I have some products I'm really excited to use, some things I'm excited to try out. I actually went to Sephora yesterday, picked up some new goodies, which I shared with y'all on my Instagram story. So today's gonna be fun. I got my drink, I got my products, I'm ready to go. I actually have a fresh tan on, which I imagine is going to get all over this white turtleneck here. This is the Mind Tan Body Skin Extreme Dark Finish Ultra Darkest Express Self Tan Mousse. Experienced tanners and darkest results. That's funny. I've just barely started using this. It was actually sent to me by lookfantastic.com. Super cool website. I'm really excited to partner with Look Fantastic. I've got a coupon code, bunch of awesome products y'all can check out on there, but I've been using this self tanner for a couple of weeks. I really like it. There's a bit of a bitter scent to it, but I love the color. It's super fast. It says like ultra dark whatever, which sounds very, very scary. I don't like when stuff says that because sometimes I'm watching these girls like tanning routines on YouTube and I'm like, oh my, you're like painting on a different ethnicity, like borderline, like, whoa. So I like this because it is dark. I do look like I have some color on me. It looks nice quickly. It doesn't look like green or have like a weird color guard to it. It's like a nice overall color, right? We like it, right? It's on my whole body. I don't know if I can show you right now. Okay, I always like to start out with my base with my skincare. Got a couple little goodies here. I'm gonna use the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This one is the Sweet Candy. I love this one. It's the little baby. It came in like a set, but this one's really yummy. And then this is the, oh my God, 111 Skin, I don't even know, Pollution Defense Booster Serum. These, I'll put them in the description box. So, how have you been? How's your 2021 going? So far, so good? Oh. Is that a hair? Yep, that's a Samson Black Lab. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start off with hair. I actually just got some highlights put in last week, so it's a little blonder than last time y'all saw it. My last video was actually my fitness haul, plus that giveaway for that awesome TENS unit that I'm giving 5 of those away. And my hair was really, really brunette in that, and I just was struggling. It just wasn't really feeling good. I wanted to go back to the dark side, which I mentioned in my last video, my last Get Ready With Me. I said that I, wanted to go a little darker because I missed it. And then I went darker and then I missed the blonde. So I got some highlights. I like having the extra dimension, when it's all flat one color, especially when you have like shorter hair, it just wasn't working for me. I don't know. I reserve the right to change my mind. I could be saying something totally different next week, but for now, this is what we're doing. I'm gonna start off with a little bit of dry shampoo just here at the base. I will link all of the products that I'm using in the description box below because I'll probably get carried away chit-chatting and not mention all the things I'm using. So definitely check the description box below if y'all want to know what I'm using. I'm using a mix of my favorite stuff, some oldies, some goodies, and some new stuff. So it's going to be a whirlwind of activity over here. I love this stuff though. This is my Sparkle Complex Heat Protectant. This stuff is yummy and I'm running out. If you guys have a good heat protectant you like, please let me know in the comments below. I love this one, but I'm running out. So when I got my hair colored most recently, it was actually my first time getting my hair colored in over a year. which is a really long time. I went over a year, first and foremost, because I like to DIY my hair, but also because the pandemic happened and it was like I couldn't get in anywhere and I wanted to save money and what have you. So it had just been a long time, but I'm pretty sure that I am like a hairdresser's worst nightmare, you guys. Like, I don't have unrealistic expectations, and honestly, I take really good care of my hair, so it's really healthy, and I just naturally have, you know, good genes, good hair. But, like, nobody wants, like, a girl who DIYs her hair and, like, acts like she knows what she's doing as a client. Like, I'm pretty sure no professional hairdresser wants to hear that their client bleaches their own hair at home with Sally Beauty Supply product, right? Like, I'm pretty sure my hairdresser was like terrified because I went to a new girl, and I just don't think any professional really wants to hear that. It's funny because when you watch my videos and you read the comment section of all of my DIY hair videos, it is just filled of like hate and aggression, particularly from hair professionals. And I was telling my stylist this, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm not a professional. I'm just a girl trying to have a good time at home, like trying to survive quarantine. And if I'm okay with it, you should be okay with it, because it's my hair at the end of the day. And also, it's just hair, right? I mean, we like our hair, we care about our hair, but like, it's just hair. So the stylist I went to, it was actually my first time going to her. She did a great job. I love the way that my hair turned out. It feels really good. She trimmed it for me. She did an awesome job. And I've actually been using some Olaplex on my hair as well because, you know, there's damage in there and it's good to take care of your hair. So she showed me how to use Olaplex, and I have been trying to do a good job maintaining my hair. The hairstylist I went to also taught me this technique that I'm using right now. So I told her that I wasn't really happy with the way that I've been curling my hair. If you reference that fitness haul that I just did, you'll see my dark brunette hair curled, and I just didn't really like the way it looked. I needed some help. So she taught me to do this with my flat iron, and this is actually my first time trying it. Why I'm trying it for the first time on camera, I don't know. Okay, so I just like curled or waved the bottom section of the hair. And now I'm gonna do the next layer. I'm gonna pin this top part all the way up because this part is always different, I feel like, because it's like the part that shows and it's shorter and it's blonder. Okay, so what my stylist told me to do is she said that we're gonna take a section like so, and what we're gonna do is like really curl or wave like the center part, okay? So here's our piece. We're not gonna touch this part and we're not gonna touch this part. We're going to put some action here in the middle, and then we're gonna let it cool, and then it's gonna be like, have body and like shape to it. And we're using our flat iron and curving away from the face. I've never done this before today. Do you think that's right? So, as you know, I didn't do a lot of makeup in 2020. Unfortunately, I think not every single, I think I did like 2 weddings. I think like 20 of my clients canceled. So literally it was a very soft year of makeup artistry business. But this year I've been getting a lot of inquiries so far in 2021, people that are either rescheduling their events or they're, you know, doing smaller private weddings, whatever the case may be. The majority of my makeup career is through the wedding industry. So I primarily do brides and bridesmaids and wedding parties and all of that. So luckily business has been picking up more this year in 2021, but it's really challenging because there's so many makeup artists who are also hairstylists, and I'm just not. I'm not a cosmetologist. I'm not a hairstylist. So I don't do hair, and it kind of puts me at a disadvantage sometimes because there's so many artists out there that do both. and I think a lot of clients just prefer to not have to double book. But at the same time, when I go to these larger events, it's not like I can do 10 girls' hair and makeup. Like, you need a whole crew of stylists there anyways. But I love learning about hair. I love learning to do my own hair. I think it's fun to DIY. I don't think that I would really enjoy doing other people's hair though, which is why, you know, I've never expressed interest in cosmetology or barbering or becoming a hairstylist, because it's fun to DIY and I like to do girly things on myself. But the only thing I'm really comfortable doing with other people is their makeup. So I always do my hair first. That's always how I like to get ready. If I'm getting ready for an event, I'll do my hair and then I'll do my makeup, and then last but not least, I'll like do like the full outfit. But I know a lot of people like to do their makeup first. I don't think anyone gets dressed first, right? That's weird. Maybe some people do, I don't know. But I like to do my hair first. I also will take a million years doing my makeup because it's so fun for me. So if I do my makeup first, like I will spend too much time doing it, and then before I know it, it's time to go and I haven't even touched my hair. So a part of the reason is that it kind of like restricts me in how long I'm allowed to take doing my makeup. But you guys, if I could like get ready for an event all day, I would. Like, I love just getting ready. It's like a hobby of mine. Like literally a day, like if I could start glamming at like noon for a date at like 8 p.m. I would, and I would like be sipping on wine and I'd be having a grand old time. Usually I don't have the time to do that and it doesn't feel very productive, but that's like my #1 guilty pleasure, like for sure. #1 guilty pleasure if I could just get ready all day. Which is probably why I like doing other people's makeup. All right, how am I doing? Can you guys tell this is my first time? How does it look on your side? Okay, so that's the middle layer. Time for the top. I am always, like my arms are sore by the time I get to the top of my head. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like sick of doing my hair. It's exhausting. Does that look great? I am like very focused on this because this is my first time doing it and I want to be good at this. I really think that hair just takes practice though. I mean, everything does, right? But some things like come more naturally. I don't know. Makeup has never been hard for me. Not that I'm like, you know, the best person at makeup in the whole wide world, but because I still have lots of area of opportunity and there's always room to grow, and I'm always taking like lessons to get better and better because, you know, I want to improve my art. But I feel like a big part of makeup does just come naturally to me. Like there is like an artistic eye for it that I have, and it just makes sense to me. I'm very comfortable and familiar with it, and it's never been like a scary thing. But hair, not so much. I'm like over here just making it up as I go. And I feel good about what I do, which is why I love, you know, sharing DIYs, and I love, you know, documenting my journey and sharing it with you on YouTube, is because I enjoy that aspect of the journey. Like I enjoy sharing what I'm doing and what I'm learning and all of that. But it doesn't mean that I know what I'm doing. It just means this worked for me, maybe it'll work for you. Who knows? Okay, I feel like we're off to a really good start here. I would love to hear what flat irons you guys recommend. I mentioned this before. I've been using this Chi since I was 18. So I've literally been using this exact same flat iron for almost 10 years now. And it's still going strong. I mean, it's working. But there's only one heat setting, and I honestly just don't know any different. Like I've never really tried anything else. There's a couple, like I use that vibrating one every now and then, but this one's just like my solid go-to. And there's not really a reason why I need to switch it out, other than I'm just like, am I supposed to be using the same flat iron for 10 years? Okay, so that's my base, okay? I'm trying not to over curl it. I'm trying to leave the ends fairly straight. So I'm gonna let this cool, and then we'll play with it because I don't see that piece is really straight. We're gonna have to touch this up. When my stylist was showing me how she does this and she was teaching me, I was like, ooh, it's all in the wrist. I was like, there's a lot of wrist movement going on there. I was like, honestly, I don't know if I have that. I don't know if I have not perfected that skill. Look at me. I look like, I don't know what I'm doing. How do you do it? This side is way harder. That was not good. All right, now that that's cooled off and I've combed through it a little bit, it's a little bit more of like a wave, right? Like a kinky, wavy situation. I think I need a little more something in here. I find this side to be a lot harder than this side. And part of that probably is because I have more hair on this side than that side. But I just can't get my wrist to like turn that way. I don't know if it's because I'm right-handed or what. But that side is way harder for me. I could just like, you know, tuck it behind the ear and then no one will know. So one of the things I realized is I think I'm not using enough hair product. This is like a little putty product. It's a texturizing salt cream. All of these like little canisters of different like texturizing like putties and creams and whatevers. I think I'm supposed to be using more of these kind of products for like texture and stuff. I think this will give it some hold. It'll give it some texture because I just don't naturally have textured hair. But I want it to be, you know, flirty and fluffy and whatever. Also, texture is going to make it hold better, right? All right. I feel like it's a pretty good stopping place. Hopefully, we'll see how I feel about it towards the end of my makeup after it like kind of settles and stuff. But I'm feeling pretty good about it, especially for my first time. All right, let's zoom you guys in to do some makeup. Okay, so for my face, I am going to be using Kat Von D foundation. Actually, this is now KVD. Kat Von D is no more. She doesn't like makeup anymore. KVD Vegan, I believe is what it's called now. I've really been enjoying this foundation. It's super duper buildable. It's really, really thin. I wouldn't recommend using a sponge with it. I think you need to use like a really dense foundation brush like so. And I mixed a couple different colors, but I really like this. So far, I think ooh, that's a lot. Blend it in, girl, blend it in. So far, the biggest highlight of my year is just being able to move on from politics. And I think, you know, politics isn't going anywhere. We're going to continue to have presidential elections every 4 years, and politics is always going to be a hot topic. But I just feel like it really, really wrecked so much of our 2020. And it's so important, but I just kind of want a break from it. And I'm very hopeful that now that the inauguration is past us and we have a new president in position, that things are just going to be better, you know, that people are going to move on, whether they agree with it, whether they don't agree with it. What's done is done, and hopefully we can all just move forward and hope for the best. I think that we all know where I stand politically. I'm very proud of our new president. I'm very excited for our country to move forward and for all the growth that's going to take place in the next 4 years. But I think regardless of your political party, regardless of your beliefs, something that we can all agree on, hopefully, is how freaking exciting it is that we have a Madam Vice President. Are you kidding me? I mean, I've never been so emotional over an election or over a inauguration for that matter. But when I came home to this woman in my house, I lost it. You guys, this is so awesome. Are we kidding? A woman in the vice presidency? This is amazing. This is so exciting. I'm so proud to see this. And she's wearing all Michael Kors. She looks amazing. This is a great look for her. All right, we've got our foundation base on, which is just our couple layers of this bad boy. I'm gonna move in with some concealer. I've spoken about this concealer before. I really like this. And I'm gonna be trying the new Fenty Beauty, well, not that new to me. I just bought this yesterday. The Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r, the Instant Retouch Setting Powder, banana powder. I love the packaging and I just wanted to try out some more Fenty Beauty. So I'm gonna give this a go. So I finished Desperate Housewives. If you guys have been watching a couple of my Get Ready With Me's, you know I've been diligently keeping up with the Housewives and I just finished it. And you know, it was good. It was not a bad ending. Spoiler alert, if you guys are watching Desperate Housewives or Desperate Housewives reruns and you're not ready for me to reveal the ending, then skip forward. But I think I'm behind. I think most people have finished it. Desperate Housewives, it was great. I really enjoyed the season. I think the last couple of seasons were a little disappointing, which, you know, a lot of shows are like that. You can feel like they're kind of reaching for some drama. I'm really glad that Tom and Lynette stayed together. I was very concerned that Tom and Lynette were gonna break up, especially once we started getting those Pretty Little Liars characters in there. I was like, oh no, we cannot have this. So Tom and Lynette prevailed, which was amazing. And I'm really disappointed that we had to kill off Mike. Like, of all people. Mike, really? He was the hottest one. Well, no, Tom's pretty hot too. Well, and Carlos. Never mind. It's not about looks. The point is that I don't like that they killed off Mike. Mike and Susan were like, hello? All in all, though, I was really happy with the ending. It did get a little bit Pretty Little Liars on us, though, right? Like, not only were they bringing in Pretty Little Liars casts, but then they're, like, burying a body, and there's, like, a girl pack going on. I was like, oh, and they're, like, all standing around the buried body. I was like, did we switch writers? Like, did we... what is happening? I guess if Mike had to die, though, killing him off with a loan shark was kind of badass. Like, if we have to do it, like, a loan shark, like a drive-by shooting, not bad, you know? Just gonna put a little bit of my soft ochre on my lids. I feel like my lids never look cohesive with a foundation application. Like, once you perfect that base, I feel like you just got to include the lids. You know, we don't want that veininess or that discoloration. It's just not done without this. A makeup artist that I work for told me I needed to use this on every single client. And I was like, do I though? Like, I was like, I mean, I can see the difference, but I was like, is it critical every single time? And now I understand. Yes, it is critical every single time. You do need to do that every time. No cutting corners. Oh my God, this is so cute. This is a little thing. And then look at this little poof. Oh my God, it's so cute. Do you guys love tiny food videos? Because I love tiny food videos. I really like to just put my banana loose powder everywhere that I put concealer, which is usually under the eyes, here and here. It just brightens and lifts and smooths. I'm liking this powder though. I'm liking it. Okay, that powder was marvelous. I just did it in those concealer spots. Really pretty. Looks very smooth, very filtered. Love. I'm gonna use an oldie but a goodie for bronzer today. Oh my God, I haven't used this in a very long time. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint me. I'm like, oh, why do I like this? That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna like it. Let me find a brush. So now that I'm done with Desperate Housewives, I am watching Gossip Girl again, which Desperate Housewives and Gossip Girl were very similar for me in the sense that I'd started them like years ago and I just didn't finish them. Like, I just didn't stick around to see the end. So this time around, I'm gonna finish Gossip Girl. I know people have been really into it lately. I think there's like a reboot coming or something, right? I don't know. I don't know how it ends, so don't spoil it for me, please. But I will tell you right now that Blair is my favorite. And I probably got maybe halfway through, probably the first time. I got to like, I don't know, when like Chuck and Blair were like getting off the plane together or something. They were like, no, something with a plane, I don't know. They get back together again, right? And then like Dan and Serena break up and they get together and they break up. And then there's like the whole thing with Nate and I'm not really sure. But I'm Lily and Rufus all the way. Team Lily and Rufus, which is why I don't care if Dan and Serena are together because that's weird, right? So Lily and Rufus for the win and Blair and Chuck for the win. And I literally don't know what happens. So don't ruin it for me. I'm really enjoying it. And my husband is watching it with me, which is so funny. He pretends that he's just watching it with me to be like a nice boyfriend, right? He's like, oh yeah, sure. Like, I'll just like hang out with you, give you a foot massage while you watch your show. No, he's into it. He is such a liar. I can tell. He's like, he'll like something will happen. He'll be like, oh, and I'm like, oh, are you paying attention? Or he'll like ask a question. Or if I go to turn it off, he'll be like, oh, you're not going to watch another episode? And I'm like, why, do you want me to? But I like that he's into it. I think it's fun. And it's just drama, you know? I don't love real drama. Like, I don't really like reality TV shows other than the Kardashians, which is, you know, that's over. The Kardashians is the only one that I really like. But I like the fake drama. It's like fun. It's a guilty pleasure. I don't need real fake drama. You know, I like that they're characters. I like that they're not real people. Okay, well, that bronzer looks amazing. That looks super good. That's a great contouring bronzer. It's a great color. It's not too warm, not too cool. It looks really cool in the packaging, but it's not that cool. And this is a regular Hoola because there's a darker one now, right? I'm pretty sure there's a darker one. I think it came out when I worked at Sephora. But this is the regular one and it's beautiful. I will say though, I've always said this about Benefit since day one. Benefit, don't come at me. Their packaging sucks. It's not cute. It's not my vibe. It's cardboardy, and I just like this compared to this. Are we kidding? And guess which one costs more? This one. And it's about the product. It's about what's inside, right? It's not, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. But like, if we're gonna play a game here with all of these products, like, guess who's losing? Benefit. Benefit's losing. Not good packaging. For blush, I'm going to be using a Lorac blush. I used to love this stuff, so I figured let's whip it out again. Okay. I usually like a bolder blush. I'm a blush person. I like some color. But today I thought we would go with something a little softer, a little warmer. Which is honestly more on trend right now, but, you know, I like what I like. That's good, right? That's pretty. All right, let's zoom you guys even closer so we can do some eyeballs. So, Gossip Girl and... I can't even talk when I do my brows. Gossip Girl and Desperate Housewives is all fun and games. But honestly, the only thing that matters right now, like, at all, like... this might even be more important than the inauguration, is the fact that Sex and the City is doing a reboot. Oh my God. I have never been so excited for anything ever, you guys. I already have HBO Max because I got it for Gossip Girl, and now I need it for Just Like That. I am beyond thrilled. I love Sex and the City more than anything in the whole wide world. It is the only show that I can literally just watch over and over and over again and cry every freaking time that the stuff happens that makes me cry. Like, I'm speechless. It's so good. It's so good. I was watching it in my pamper video. I talk about it all the time on Instagram. My friends all know it's something I take very, very, very seriously. If I had to choose two shows for the rest of my life, hands down, Sex and the City and Friends. I'm done. Easy peasy. I would be fine. It's fun to do different things, but like, honestly, the fact that Sex and the City is doing a reboot, like, it's gonna be the best year ever. I love Sarah Jessica Parker so much. I love her like stance with her shoe line. I think she's such a hustler. She's such a badass. I love how outspoken she is about politics. I think she's such a cool woman, and of course she's very, very talented, and Sex and the City is just the most amazing show ever. And I love that these are older, more mature women. I'm excited to see what they do with social media, because the original Sex and the City didn't do anything with social media because it was before, you know, social was a big thing. Like, literally the last take like the very last episode, you see like Big's name pop up on the phone, and it's like the first time you see them texting on the last episode. So I'm so excited for what they do with it. I hope they don't screw the story up, but I don't think they will, because I just feel like it's such a talented cast and such an amazing story already. Like, I feel like it can't be broken. And, you know, I am upset that Kim Cattrall's not coming. I will say it. I am bummed that Samantha will not be returning, will not be joining us for Just Like That. But I think we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay without her. I think she'll always be there in spirit. And I don't think that she makes the show. Jaclyn Hill said this on Instagram. She was like, it's not going to be the same without her. It's just not. And I'm like, you're just not a real Sex and the City fan if you say that, okay? Because she's not the only important one in this story. Are you kidding? Miranda, Charlotte, like, these are very important women for very different reasons. And it's not all. Samantha is my favorite character, but we need to learn things about all of these women, and life goes on, you know? Like, we're not just gonna stop talking about Sex and the City because Samantha didn't come to play. Like, we wish she was here, but she's not, and we have to move on. I am using the Carly by Belle palette today. Is it by Belle or Bible? I think it's by Belle. Well, I don't know, because she's this fashion Bible. Okay, we're using Carly's palette today, which is super old school, but, you know, wanted to take it back. My real issue with the reboot is that I do not want to be involved in the drama between Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall, okay? In my mind, I want to pretend that you guys are Carrie and Samantha and you're best friends forever, and you guys are there for each other and you love each other and there's no drama. I do not want to be involved in your real mess, okay? Keep it to yourselves. We don't need to see it. We don't need to know. I just really wish I had never been a part of that conversation. I really wish they'd kept it to themselves. And honestly, it's Kim Cattrall's fault. Because SJP has been a lady, you know? She's been very quiet and she's been very polite. And I think whatever issues you guys have, I'm not saying anyone is innocent here. I'm sure both of y'all did things wrong. Whatever it is, I don't want to know. Keep it to yourself. So some updates on the house. Christian is doing such a good job putting everything together. I'm so impressed with him. I'm so just like amazed at everything that he's able to like learn and do around the house. And even like small things that he's like, oh, it's no big deal. Like, yeah, I can replace like the knobs. I'm just like, you can? Like, I feel like I have to YouTube everything. I have to look everything up. I have to Google how to use a tool. Then I buy the wrong tool. I got to go back to Home Depot. Everything is like such a task. So having him around and just being so capable and so good at making the house a home, and it's been amazing. We finished the laundry room. So the laundry room is officially done. New tile, new cabinetry, new drawer pulls, new light fixture, everything. And really, Christian did all of it himself. I'm just there for emotional and moral support. I'm just here as the design expert. I just ask him to do it and he does it and it's amazing. And just little things here and there. It's definitely a slow process. Everything takes so much longer than I think it's going to, especially since, you know, me and Christian both have full-time jobs. We're not just sitting around looking for projects to take on. It's definitely coming along. I love sharing it with y'all, and I'm so glad that you guys are so into it because it's been really fun to share that with y'all. I feel like I keep doing the same look for y'all over and over again on Get Ready With Me's and on stories, but it's because I like what I like and I just want to get ready with you guys. It's not really about the technique or the products. I mean, I like trying new products with you, but you know, it's just fun to have some girl time together. You guys know what my favorite part of an eye makeup look is? This is so stupid. This is the most boring part, but it's my favorite. Is taking your clean brush on your like creamy matte shadow, like this one here, like a vanilla, and applying it on the brow bone. It is the most satisfying part. I love it. It just makes everything crisp and clean. Was that not satisfying for you? Oh my gosh, I love that part. It just makes such a big difference. I love it, love it, love it. And then I like to go back in with my brush and just make sure the edges are clean. And I'm actually gonna put on some of these shimmery shades in here with my fingers. I think these are like highlight shades, but I'm just gonna pat some on there. Ooh la la. I was gonna keep the look matte, but why not? I figured I should just use the whole palette. Live a little, you know? And then I'm gonna take a little bit of the Jaclyn Hill highlighter in Extra. It's a loose highlighting powder. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on this inner corner here. And then I'm gonna mix these actually. I'm gonna mix this gold with this Jaclyn and we're just gonna do a, oh my God. I just want a little highlight moment. I don't wear that much highlighter these days, so I really only do it for fun because it just doesn't go with a lot of looks that I do, and I'm wearing a mask a lot lately, so a Get Ready With Me is the perfect time to indulge. All right, I just did a simple lashes and liner today. I'm loving this liner. It's a Wet n Wild liquid liner. Works great, and the Boundless lashes. Sometimes I feel like I have to do like a full false lash all the time in order to have a good look, but I need to get more, you know, satisfied with a regular eyelash look, you know? Like we don't need to wear false lashes every day to look fabulous. I love having lashes on, but you know, sometimes I feel like we need to embrace the real eyelashes a little bit. So for lips, I'm gonna do something nice and glossy. I did a really glossy lip over on my Instagram for Christmas and I felt so good about it. So I'm gonna line up, overline a little bit, not a lot. I don't like to overline too much, but I've never done any fillers or injections or anything like that. So I kind of like to make my lips a little overdrawn because I like that trend. And then I'm gonna wear a lipstick. Lipstick is the main thing that I miss with COVID-19. Lipstick and movie theaters. Those are the two things that I miss so much. And then just a little bit of gloss. Do you guys like this look? So fun. I think like these peachier tones, very soft, very feminine. They're super in right now. I feel like everybody on Instagram is still wearing these like softer, peachier tones. It's a little outside my comfort zone, to be honest. It's a little sweeter than I tend to go. I kind of like a little bit more pink, a little bit more bold, but it's definitely fun to try out. And I really am loving this hair. I can't stop touching it. I'm like messing with it and playing with it, but I love a hairstyle that doesn't have to be perfect. I think that that's like the easiest to maintain. It's the most realistic to keep wearing because you can just like throughout the day not worry about it and it still looks cute. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. I had so much fun getting ready with you. I hope you had a good time too, and I will see y'all in my next video. Mwah!